Okay, so I might just be an idiotic, stupid dog. I am not a doctor, but this is where the man's oxygen deprivation really tells. We haven't done a big parlor room for quite a while, and the man's drying out, so there's no, what do you call it? It's more fizzle than sizzle. There's no sizzle, there's no steak. The man has to be drinking bourbon to make it worthwhile to hang out in the big parlor room from a, whatever you call, making a post or an offering standpoint. It's kind of nice sometimes if he's calm. Most of the times he's fidgety and he's weirded out because for him, being sober is as if he's really in a weirded state of unknowing, unwelcome. It's a rare state. It's not his normal, comfortable condition. It's as if he's wired on something because he's sober. But that's neither here nor there. The thing that's going on here, this is one of the time his oxygen deprivation really does tell. We're hanging out in the big parlor room, and off the big parlor room is a beautiful, sturdy, well-built kitchenette. In most people's homes, it would be a beautiful, full-on kitchen, just a little boxy, a little small, a little efficient. This thing's a wonderment. It's a wonderment, and it's the kitchen that they have like shutters. Okay, you can close it off, you don't even know what it is. You can open it up, and inside's a kitchen. It's like posts. It's like it's like a concession stand in their living room. The big parlor room has this kitchenette. It's more like a concession stand. It's beautiful. I mean, this thing, the man doesn't fire it up anymore, but it's got everything in there. It's got convection ovens. It's got pizza ovens. It's got, the big deep fryers with the fat, the sizzling. You drop it in the French fries or the butterfly shrimp. Oh, my goodness, or the breaded mushrooms. Oh, goodness gracious. Let me tell you something. But anyways, in that thing, he's got a Keurig. He won't have a Keurig in the kitchen in his apartment, in his chambers. And, of course, the master kitchen of the estate, the manor house, it doesn't have, it's got, all kinds of things you would never, it's got big things like you'd find in restaurants. They call them like Man or Bunton, big, commercial grade coffee makers. He grinds inside the manor house kitchen. There's a grinder. They grind their own coffee. They have it shipped in burlap bags. They have a root cellar. It's a cool place. They keep potatoes and other things. They keep their coffee there. Whatever. They did in the old days. Now the man, he's got a Keurig in the kitchenette of the big parlor room. But this is the thing where I understand. So he had a couple friends over. They're gone. They're not even part of this story. But I watched them. The man, that's a little Keurig he got because he's mostly for himself, and it makes about 2.5 cups of coffee, 2 big cups of coffee, or maybe 3 little cups of coffee. But no matter the circumstance, no matter when the man goes to the Keurig, there's not enough water in it for him to have a coffee. I saw this hippie girl that the man had a few people over. I don't even know what they were doing. They were watching Jeopardy and drinking coffee at 7 o'clock at night, and then they left. I have no concept what they did. They were warming up by drinking coffee and watching Jeopardy. She goes in there. When that girl got done, it was drained to the bottom. I've never seen a Keurig so empty before. Usually they have to have like an inch of water. This girl, she knew how to drain a Keurig completely out. So she never had to fill the Keurig, the water thing, back up. The man, he might as well just walk around with a pitcher in his hand if he's thinking about getting a cup of coffee because he's going to have to fill the Keurig up. There could be like 5 fingers, like 5-6 inches of water. The man presses the button, the 2 things are lighting up. It's the cuckoo signal's on, you got to add water. No matter when the man goes, and that's how I know something's wrong with the man, no matter when, no matter what it is. A person, he could dismiss it, he could walk away. That lady, she could have stepped up behind him, probably her date, the man, her acquaintance, her whatever you would call it. I think it might have been her chauffeur, but she acted like it was her, whatever you call the person who accompanies you. I don't even know. Not a date, but, not a chaperone. I don't even know what it was. I think it was actually her driver. This woman had some money. I don't know who this woman was. She wasn't that good looking, but she was slugging down the coffee like right and left. There was a few other people, but the man, he could have walked away from the Keurig. Another person could have stepped up, pressed the button, it would have worked. No matter how much water's in the Keurig, it will not give the man a cup of coffee, and he has to add water every single time.